Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. This is week 2 of the 2024 Wonderful Hats Crochet Along, and we are currently working on one of our accessory pieces to go along with our Jayden Beanie, and this is the Jayden Scarf. This is an extra long crochet scarf measuring approximately 84 inches by 6.5 inches wide, and it features a couple of subtle textures. It's very easy to work, and same on both sides, and one that you're absolutely going to love wearing with that Jayden Beanie. For our pattern today, we're going to be using a worsted weight yarn. I'm working with the Woolies yarn by Lion Brand. It's a medium or number 4 worsted weight yarn. It's an acrylic and a wool blend. There's approximately 197 yards per ball, so about 200 yards. You're going to need 3 balls of yarn to complete the Jayden Scarf. I'll give you a little bit of further instruction later on in the video should you wish to change the width of the scarf, and of course you can adjust the length quite easily as you go. I've added this optional fringe to the end. You're also going to need a 5mm or an H8 crochet hooks, and there are links to these items in the description of this video. Also down in the description you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Do check out the Jayden Beanie. That pattern has already been posted. And check out the full crochet along. During this event, we are making 4 crochet hats and their matching accessories, and it's been a lot of fun. So let's grab our hooks and yarn and get started on the Jayden Scarf. Now our pattern today is worked in rows, and we're working along the short edge of the scarf, so along the width. So we're going to start by making our slip knot and then by working a foundation chain. For our scarf today, we're going to chain a total of 28 stitches. If you would like to change the width of your scarf, so make it longer or shorter than the 6.5 inches, you're going to need an even number of stitches. Today I'll chain 28. Once you have that foundation chain worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working a half double crochet into the second chain from your hook. And today I'm working in American crochet terms. So half double crochet into the second chain from your hook, and then half double crochet into each stitch all the way across. At the end of this row, you'll have a total of 27 stitches, and that will remain the same throughout. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to begin working some of the textured portion in our scarf. So for row 2, you're going to begin by working a half double crochet into the first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. You're then going to work a reverse single crochet 2 together in the next stitch and the previous stitch. To work the reverse single crochet 2 together, you're going to insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over, insert your hook into the previous stitch, so that's the same stitch as your half double crochet, yarn over and draw up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. You're going to repeat this all the way across. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over, insert your hook into the previous stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Repeat this all the way across. When you come all the way across at the end of row 2 and have 1 stitch remaining into this final stitch, you're going to work a half double crochet. Chain 1 and turn your work. And now for the next 9 rows, so rows 3 through to 12, you're going to repeat that row 2. Half double crochet into the first stitch, and then work your reverse single crochet 2 together stitches all the way across until that final stitch, and half double crochet into the final stitch. So you're going to repeat row 2 9 more times and then meet me back here at the end. At the end of row 11, this is what your work looks like. You'll have this nice textured patch. We're now going to work another section of the scarf, and we're going to work 20 rows of half double crochet stitches. So chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to half double crochet into the first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And then half double crochet into each stitch all the way across. When you come to the end of this row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work and then repeat. You are going to work a total of 20 rows of half double crochet stitches, which will bring you through to row 31, and at the end of row 31 you can meet me back here. At the end of row 31, this is what your work looks like from the beginning. We're now going to begin the repeat in the pattern. And for the repeat in the pattern for rows 32 onward, you're going to repeat that row 2, beginning with that first textured row, all the way through to 31 for a total of 6 more times. Now, if you would like to make your scarf shorter or longer, you can work more or less repeats. After you've worked rows 2 to 31 6 more times, you're going to repeat rows 2 through to 11 once more, and then finish off with one final row of half double crochet. To follow along, you can head over again to richtexturescrochet.com and get the copy of the free written pattern. It will have all of those details for you. I'm not going to work the rest of the scarf here on the video, but it's worked with those repeats. At the end, it's going to measure approximately 84 inches long. At that time, if you would like, once you're finished, you can add a fringe, just as I have. For my fringe, I worked a knotted fringe. I'll just show it here to you on my sample scarf. It's just very simple, holds up very well in the wash. Take 3 lengths of yarn. These are about 8 to 10 inches long, depending on the length of fringe you would like. And then for myself, every second stitch, I simply inserted my hook on the short end of the scarf, pulled my 3 strands of yarn through, and folded them over. You're then going to simply tie them in a knot. And once you have done this all the way across, I added tassels to every second stitch all the way across. You can then take your scissors and trim off the ends to even them out. And that's all there is to working this easy Jayden scarf. So thank you so much again for joining me, and once again, don't forget to subscribe. If you happen to make this scarf and the beanie to go along with it, or either or, and share it on social media. Be sure to tag Rich Textures Crochet and the Wonderful Hats Cal, and I will come by and admire it. Until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.